Hello and welcome to A Cup of Conversation on BRT2 TV. Now this week in the studio I have an old friend. Now somebody I haven't heard from for many years, but a man who has been living here in the TRNC for 23 years and who found me recently on Facebook, and together we have just literally minutes before this interview has started spoken and refreshed our memories about how we met many years ago when I first started working on Pakistan National Radio. Today, my guest is Mr. Ahmet Abdulaziz, and we'll be talking about three major factors in his life: his writing, his painting, and his running. So first of all, Ahmet Bey, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for calling me here. It's nice to see you after so long years.
It has been so long, and you know what, I have to admit that if you hadn't found me on Facebook, I would never have been able to look you up. It's been such a long time.
Yes, it was just, I saw you on Facebook, I said, okay, I clicked on that and we met.
And thanks God that you did. So it's great to have an old friend back here at BRTK.
Thank you.
Now, before we talk about any of the things that you want to speak about on today's program, let's find out more about yourself. Now, even though your name sounds like a Turkish name, you are in fact originally from Pakistan, is that right?
Yes, I'm from Pakistan.
Which part?
From Karachi city. And as I say, my date of birth is 29th October. So I always say that I have got a direct relationship with Turkey by birth.
Yes.
So coming to Turkey, Cyprus was just one of my dreams, and it came from my father, who was very interested in Turkey. So in 1991, I came here with my family, with my wife and my son, and we decided to settle in North Cyprus. Since then, we are in Lefkoşa.
In Lefkoşa, the capital of North Cyprus. So, I mean, as you said, your birth date is linked to Turkey. That's the date of independence for Turkey.
That's one reason.
when the founder of Turkey, modern Turkey, and its first president, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, he declared the foundation of Turkey. So, your father, you say, had a link or a passion for Turkey.
Yes, a very deep passion for Turkey. Actually, he had studied history of Turkey, and he got a very special interest in Turkey and the Turkish language and all this. And it came from him to me, and I said, okay, let's go. So originally I wanted to settle in Istanbul, but I came here also because I was writing a book about Cyprus also. Before that, I had written a book about Turkish history also. I came with my wife and I gave her two options. Well, one is Istanbul, one is Cyprus. She opted for that. So we are here.
So you are here.
But I am very happy to be here because it is a very nice life, cool and very fantastic life we are leading, and we are happy.
And you've been here, so really this year you'll be maybe celebrating your 24th year in
Yes,
in
on
Cyprus.
17th July 2015, I will be here for last 24 years.
Amazing.
Yes.
And you are here with your family. You've been here with your family for many years. Now, you mentioned there about writing.
Yeah.
And that's how we first met, because actually you've been living here longer than I have, because I moved to Cyprus from the UK back in '94.
Oh, yes.
And I started working here at the radio, Pakistan National Radio. And you actually found me on the radio.
Yes.
And you joined me on one of my programs where you read out the longest sentence ever. You wrote a sentence.
Yes, it was a sentence. I wrote this sentence just by chance because I was going through a book of a friend, and there it was written, then somebody had written a long sentence of 1,000 something words. So I said, okay, why not? Let I try. And I started off writing that, and I wrote, continued writing, and a time came when I said, okay, let I finish it. Then I counted it, it came to about 3,600 something. And I spoke to my friends and said, well, it's a world record. I said, I don't know, I wrote it. So the local press took it, and Turkish press also made news about that. And after that, I wrote a couple of more sentences. In another sentence of 1,100 words, where the peculiarity of that sentence is that every word started with a vowel. So that was another aspect of writing a long sentence. So there were 3 long sentences like that, and that chapter was closed after that. And actually after that I shifted myself to other these things, painting and my running and all this. So, but I keep on writing. I wrote a novel also, which is online, available online. And I just write something whensoever I get some time. That's my passion.
So would you say that you are maybe a writer most of all? I mean, over your career, over your life,
Yeah.
That was probably the main thing that you concentrated on before, of course, your artwork and your running. But would you say, I mean, how would you describe yourself professionally?
Basically, I am a chartered accountant by profession, and I have been in this profession for all of my life. These are just side of my profession, I say. I work like an accountant and an auditor, but throughout my life, I continued with all these 3. And I worked as freelance journalist in Pakistan for over 10 years, while I was carrying on my duties as a chartered accountant. That's different side. And painting, yes, I was doing since 1980. And there were 7 painting exhibitions of my works in Pakistan and 4 in North Cyprus. And this year also, again, I am planning to have another exhibition, and I hope we will have a good reply.
So you've written, there's so much to talk about that I'm going back to the writing again so we can clarify to everyone about what you have done. There is an online book, you say, a novel.
Yeah. Novel, yes, it is.
So this is something that you have, it's not fact, it's fiction.
Yes, it is a love story.
A love story.
A love story. And actually, for quite so many years, I'm a bit active on internet, on Facebook and all this. And I met people and drew some observations. And on the basis of that, I wrote that novel.
What's the name of the novel?
The Two Tulips. And it basically dealt with a person living in another part of the world and another person living in another part of the world. They met on internet, and then a link developed, and he tried to find that person without knowing him, because the other party had never told the real facts about that life. And then so it is a fiction, adventure, everything is in it. It's a nice, I like it. And so many people have liked that.
So you say it's online. So how can people read this book then?
It is actually on Blogspot. So it can be written as www.thetwotulips.blogspot.com.
Right.
Yeah.
So you never actually published the book?
No, I didn't publish it.
You didn't publish it? It's not anything that we can physically...
No, it's not a hard book.
Not a book that we can get in our hands. But as you say before, and we can repeat again at the end of the interview, you can remind us to give out the web address again for those who want to read it. Also, as you said at the beginning of the interview, about, you wrote a book about North Cyprus and Turkey.
Yes.
What was that book about?
Yes, actually, I was very interested and deeply involved with Turkey and Turkish causes. So in Pakistan in 1989, I formed a Turkish Friends Society. I was the founder president of that. And we worked on, because I was involved in journalism also, so I took that field to clarify so many problems, so many points that come up against Turkey and Turkish nation and Turkish people. So I started replying to that, clarifying that, well, this is wrong, this is the correct side. In that case, Cyprus issue also came up, and I became interested in this. So my first book was The Conquest of Constantinople. It was a research book about how Sultan Muhammad Fateh had conquered Istanbul, and what other writers had written about that particular event. So I had tried to collect the most information and put it in a form of a single book. It is a published book. And then I published a very small book about Turkish for beginners, just to popularize Turkish English, just to introduce Turkish English in Pakistan, Turkish language in Pakistan. That was another thing. And then I got interested in Cyprus problem. So I wrote a book, The Background of Violence in Cyprus. I mean, who are the people who were doing, it was not a very deep research or something. I just collected from other books and sources and put it in the form of a book. Unfortunately, I could not publish that book, but that was there. I had written that in 1991, just when I was coming here and I came here in that session, and that project was left like that. It was a book like that. And then a gap of so long years came, and then I wrote that sentence, and then this novel, and I'm going on like that.
You know, it's really interesting to catch up with you again after all these years and to learn even more about you now. How you know, how things have started for you when you know you're linked with Turkey and North Cyprus, and you know all the various books that you've written now. You know, you have a great imagination, a great love for Cyprus as well, I believe. I can see that. And I know that now because of all the running that you're doing around the island. We'll speak about that a little bit later on. But from literature, we now move to your artwork. And as you say, you had some exhibitions back in Pakistan
also.
and also here in North Cyprus. And I mean, I don't like to say, oh, you know, you are this type of artist or this type of artist, but as we can see, we have a small collection of your work here. But how would you describe your artwork, Ahmed?
Basically, I'm a realistic painter and more interested in doing portraits. But I do semi-abstract also. And last year I worked on cubism also. So there's variety in my works, and I continue doing all this and adventuring with different types. These are, for example, I worked a lot on horses. Horses are my favorite. There are more than 5 or 6 paintings I made on about horses. But basically, as I say, my main field is portraits.
Portraits. And I can see that you use mainly oil.
Yes, I work in oil. In a period of time, I worked on pen work also, but recently I'm concentrating more on oil work.
Oil, fantastic. And I think the most recent one, because I can see the date there, 2014. So this is your most recent.
Yes. So just a couple of months ago, I did that.
Yeah, the horses.
Yes.
And the beautiful painting it is as well. But I have to say that my favorites, and I think your favorites, as you say, are the portraits.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to make any mistakes, so I asked you who the ladies were. And the lady on, next to you, on the right, is your lovely wife.
Yes.
And her name is? Her name?
Nazneen.
Nazneen.
Yes.
A big hello to Nazneen. And here, I knew who she was, but I didn't want to make a mistake just in case I misunderstood. But this is the lovely Sophia Loren.
Yes, Sophia Loren, yes. Yes, I made that. I found that photo and I said, well, it is worth painting. So I made that.
So you made that. And in fact, you know, it's a great likeness, very, very vibrant colors. And she has a small link to Cyprus as well, doesn't she? She is famous for coming and visiting here many years ago.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't have much information about that. Well, Cyprus is a place where everyone must come and see. What place is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
well, I hear, you know, I heard, legend tells me that many, many years ago she was a guest here on the island. And so, you know, she has a small link to Cyprus as well. Yes. But beautiful pictures there, and of course, right in front of us we have the, you know, the more abstract.
Yes, semi-abstract sort of. I have made some paintings are about like that also. So I'm trying to put variety in that. It is not just I'm just making portraits, no.
What is your inspiration, though? I mean, you are inspired by what you love, you know, the portraits, the animals. I mean, being here in North Cyprus, has your artwork been influenced by, you know, the beauty around you here, the colours, the light? Because a lot of artists who live here, they like the island for its light, its natural beauty.
Yes. Actually, the problem with me is that I usually don't work much in landscapes.
Yeah, so you don't really like that.
So that's the fact. That's the fact. But as far as the natural beauty of Cyprus is concerned, I like that very much, and I run. This is why I run from cities to cities to enjoy that natural beauty. But in my paintings, unfortunately, you can't see the landscape of Cyprus.
Of course. Now, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that, for instance, the surroundings maybe influence you, motivate you, inspire you to do your artwork.
Yeah. In that
because
sense,
it's such a relaxed
sure,
atmosphere.
Sure.
Yeah.
In that sense, it is a very helpful atmosphere and natural influence that helps an artist to work like that. Well, it's that.
I mean, you've been painting for many years, and you must have many paintings.
For years.
40 years.
So many years. Since I was in school, in middle school, I was doing that.
And when you have an exhibition, I mean, do you have a special theme for your exhibitions? Do you wait for a certain time to collect so many new paintings and exhibit them? I mean, for instance, this year you hope to exhibit. Is there a special reason why?
Yes. Actually, honestly speaking, since I'm busy in more than one field, I don't get time for every field. And particularly during the last 2 years, I'm concentrating more on my running and walking thing. So painting is just a bit in the background now. So I was just waiting to finish at almost 20 or 25 paintings to go for an exhibition. About 3 or 4 are still left to be finished. So I hope in a couple of months I will be doing that.
And where have you exhibited before here? Just to remind, maybe some of our viewers out there might remember your exhibitions from before.
Yes, first exhibition was at the Tekman Sanat Merkezi. It was Shanasi Tekman, he organized that.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
Then I had 3 paintings exhibition in Sachakliev. And this
the
time,
Eve House.
Yes, the Eve House. And for this time, I'm not sure. I have not yet thought where to exhibit. Maybe anywhere.
But you feel that now is a right time to maybe
share? Yes. Because my last painting exhibition was in 2009. It is almost 5 years.
Yes. So I think it's time.
It's time.
Mr. Ahmet, to share again with the public,
sure.
You know, your work. Do you ever get any commissions from people who see your work and say, could you do a portrait of me? I mean, obviously, you know, your wife is with you and you can maybe paint her or maybe use a photograph of her. The Sophia Loren, again, this must be taken from a magazine or a photograph of her. I mean, could somebody send you a photograph? Would you ever be able to do a commission?
Yes, I do. Recently, I made, for example, 2 paintings of this size. In fact, it is the same girl. She is a Turkish girl living in Switzerland, and she is interested in this game. And she is a European champion. Her mother contacted me. She found me on the Facebook and saw my painting, and said, "Okay, would you like to make paintings of my daughter also?" I said, "Okay." So there were 2 commissioned paintings, and I did that. I sent that to them, and this is the 3rd one. I said, I like this one. I'm making it for myself.
This is for you?
This is for me.
So this, I mean, I actually thought this was just taken, again, from a photo in a magazine or something, but this is actually, this young lady riding the horse, she's actually got your paintings now.
Yes, she has got them.
It was commissioned from you.
Yes.
Amazing. I just thought this was just a random person, maybe, that you didn't know.
No. I have made quite many paintings here on orders, on commission. Yes, I do.
But I mean, I have to say that the colours are beautiful, you know, very, very lovely paintings that I'm sure people will be proud to have hanging in their homes. And, you know, I can't take my eyes away from them. But now, after the painting, let's come to maybe something that was later on in your life, after the writing and painting, but something that you are doing at the moment as well still, is running.
Yes, it is, in fact, it is not, I'm not a competitive runner. It is a combination of running and walking. Basically, in 1980s, I got interested in that. And even at that time, I was not running, I was not a good runner. I was told that it would be better for me to go for road running instead of going for 100 meters or 500, 400 meters, because I am not for that. So the best way out for me at that time, actually when I started, I was almost 26 years old. So I was told that a good athlete start thinking of retiring from his career at this age. Well, and you are saying that you are going to start your career of athleticism. I said, well, it is like that. So road running was recommended, long distance running was recommended for me. So I started running and walking. I participated in a couple of road races in Pakistan, but I was in almost all of them. I was the last one to reach the finish line. So here, after quite a long gap, in the year, I think, what was that, 1998, 99, I participated in a couple of road races here. And as usual, I was the last person. So I said, well, why am I competing? There's no sense in competing. So, well, they are runners. I'm not a runner. I'm there just due to my passion for running.
Yeah.
I like to run, so I'm running. So it is not something important that I must run for something, to be the first or to be.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, rather running along with others and finishing last and feeling depressed, it would be better I run according to my own rules and I will feel very happy. And now I feel very happy when I finish a run, because I am not competing with anybody.
Just yourself, really?
Just for yourself, and I feel very happy. Well, I have done this. So I said, okay. So I started with small distances and started building that up slowly, slowly, slowly. It was just a daily routine. I tried to make it a daily routine. And then about 6 or 7 years back, I was going about 10 kilometers from my house every Sunday morning and returning back. Then I said, okay, when I'm going and returning, it is 10 and 10, 20. Girne is 20 kilometers. If I just keep on continuing, I will reach Girne. So I started walking because my cousin lives in Girne. So I started walking on Saturday evening. In 3.5 hours or 3 hours, I reached to his house in Girne. I stayed there for night and returned back early in the morning to join my family at the breakfast.
Did you walk back again?
Yes. I'm going on Saturday evening, staying there for night, and Sunday
back
morning, early about 6 o'clock or 5:30, I started off again from Girne and reached Lefkosha at about 8 or 9, and just to see that children are waking up and waiting for me on the breakfast. So for years, I am doing like this. And then in 2012, I said, okay, well, it's the time to be a bit more serious about that. Let I take it more professionally. And I said, instead of going at the same direction, let I divert myself. So I said, okay, do something different. So I said, I will walk from Magusta to Guzelyurt, Morpho, about 105 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
I worked that out, how will I do. So I started off early in the morning from Magusa and reached Lefkosia in about 12 hours, running and walking. I took rest and ate my lunch, everything, because I was not competing with anybody. It was just my own fun.
Yeah.
So I reached in the evening. I stayed at home at night. And then next morning, I finished it, 40 kilometers more, and went to Guzelyurt. It was 105 kilometers in total, and in total it took 17 hours. So in my mind, I still have a plan to break my own record by going for 16 hours or 15 and a half hours, but it is a plan.
You tell the story so well, and you make it sound so easy, but walking in North Cyprus from these, Lefkosia Girne, Mausa Guzelyurt, I mean, these are, distances that people don't even like to do in cars, never mind walking and running.
Yes, yes. My wife says, well, if you ask me to go to Famagusta in car, she will say no. She said, oh, I get tired.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So she doesn't like going there. I said, okay. Sometimes I tell them on Saturday, okay, tomorrow morning I am going to Famagusta or I am going to Guzelyurt. And now it is in my family, it is just a routine. They don't even care. Well, I'm no more a news for them. In the world of journalism, I'm no more a news for them.
No, no good
and
news.
for the people who know me closely.
This is
say, okay,
routine for you.
It's a routine for me.
Yeah.
So one step ahead of that routine, I said, okay, on 29th October 2013, I became 59 years old. So I said, well, it is my 60th birth year, from 29th October 2013 to 29th October 2014. Let I celebrate it in a different manner. Okay, already I'm walking and running on the weekends. I said, okay, let I link it to my birth year. And so this year, I am completing 51 marathons in 1 year time, every Sunday. There's 51 Sundays from 29th October to that 29th October. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm not running. I'm running and walking. Usually I finish distance of 42 or 43 kilometers every weekend in about 6 or 6.5 hours. So I'm continuing, and will continue it till 29th October. So this is my present goal.
So tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. So you became 60 back in 29th of October.
Yes.
2014, and every weekend you're doing a run.
A run, walk, marathon.
Run, walk,
a minimum
marathon.
distance of 42 kilometers.
Right.
But I go for 45 or 50, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so every weekend now you are going somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it every week a different location or the same route?
No, it is not like that. Sometimes I go, for example, to Girne and return back. Sometimes I go up to Ercan airport and return back. Sometimes I go towards Guzelyurt and return back. And for quite so many weeks, it is so cold, so I'm not going for that long distance. I found area which is 5 kilometers long in Lefkosia. It is quite a nice road. So I complete 8 or 9 trips of that particular road. So that makes me 45 kilometers.
Amazing. I mean, you probably get recognized now by regular drivers who see you.
Yes. There are so many people who wave hand to me on roads, and there are so many people who see me walking and they say, oh, you are still walking? Yes, I am still walking. The local newspapers, they have given me the name, the walking man, Yurian Azam. So in YouTube you can find the Yuri and Azam. So my videos are there. And it is very nice, I mean, enjoying, because I like nature and sightseeing. I enjoy this.
It's, again, an unusual hobby for North Cyprus, because I tell you why. Okay, the area is beautiful, but the roads you're walking on aren't really the safest roads to, you're talking about major, I mean, these main roads are the only ways into those big towns. They're like little motorways or highways.
Yeah.
So, lots of cars going by. I mean, are you, obviously you're taking it safe and, you are by the side of the road and, there's no problem. But do you feel comfortable when you're walking on the roads?
Yes, over years I'm adjusted to this.
Yeah.
I walk on the right side of the road, so I see all the cars coming to me. They see me and I see them. So, and if you go on this road, for example, from here to Magusa, you'll see, or here to Girne, you can see there is almost 1.5 meter space by side of the road, and that's quite sufficient for me. And when you are seeing the cars coming, so you can make your, and sometimes when I see that there is no traffic, for example, I see nobody is coming, I run in the middle of the road. It's just enjoy.
Yeah.
Nobody. It is a form of entertainment and personal enjoyment.
I mean, do you have your own music when you're listening?
No,
nothing at all?
Nothing at all. Yes, just.
And so you're just taking in the natural surroundings, enjoying the...
Yes. So many times I take my camera also with me, and I take photographs and publish that on Facebook and on the internet also. I mean, it is a form of entertainment and enjoyment. But there is one more reason that I would like to mention here also, and I have been doing that. There is because the media interviews me and I give my message. My message for all this is that to be healthy, one must walk seriously in a good tempo, minimum 1 hour every day. Just walking like that and sitting, it is not proper. Arrange for 1 hour walk seriously, because walking or running, that provides a complete overall of your inner organs, a natural overall. They heat up to level and then cool down. That's what walking does. And when your internal organs, internal systems, they work like that, they go through a routine overhauling every day, they work properly. And when they work properly, your immune system works more efficiently. When it happens, you don't get sick frequently. So that's my another aspect of my life. I work on this theory, and I don't want to say something or get a criticism from my doctor's friends. There are so many.
Yeah.
But I avoid using medicines. For last 30 years, I have not used medicines. I just concentrate on increasing my internal, I call it internal defense system, immune system.
Immune system.
I have learned to bear the pain, because when you are feeling something in your body, it is only you who can feel it 100% correctly. Nobody else can.
Yes.
Okay, doctors can, but not 100%. It is you only, provided you know your body. So I have learned my own body, my own weaknesses, my problem. So for example, when I am running or walking, I feel something different and I concentrate on that. What's happening to me? Why is it happening to me? what mistake did I do? And when I analyze it like that, I find out what mistake I did. And then I try to rectify it. And due to my all these processes that I'm going throughout all these years, I just get through it.
Well,
It's not that I don't get sick.
Yeah.
No, I get cold, I get sick like everybody. But I don't get sick to that extent due to my more effective immune system. For example, by using medicines, somebody gets healthy back in a week time. It takes me 2 or 3 days, much earlier than that, because I don't concentrate more on medical help. It doesn't mean I don't go to doctors. No, I go to doctors. Twice during last 20 years, I had problems with my spine. I still have got 3 vertebrae a bit disturbed. I have got sciatic pain in my leg for so many years. But, and I got medical prescriptions for that also. That's not the case. But we must not just jump on, oh, I'm having headache, try this, okay, have this, oh, this cough, oh, have this. No, I don't go for that.
If anything, you use the natural approach, natural remedies
yes,
maybe.
natural remedy.
No, a bit of vitamin C, a bit of orange juice maybe. Or
Yes, I go for that. I go for that, I concentrate on that. If I get cold, I concentrate, okay, what should I eat, what should I not eat?
Or a nice cup of tea maybe.
Yes,
warm tea.
I concentrate on that, yes.
Honey.
So my wife is a bit, she has to go through a problem like that with a husband like that, because she just come, okay, now take this medicine and finish it off. I said, oh no, put it here, let I try. And she said,
If I need it, maybe, but if not, they can.
Okay, it's okay. So I concentrate, I try not to use medicines, and I am quite successful in that.
Well, as I said before, touch wood,
Yeah,
you're looking very, very healthy.
Thank you very much.
And I had to ask you this though. I mean, this project of yours now to walk every weekend in the year of your birth, rain and sunshine,
Yeah.
the weather conditions here are quite extreme.
It doesn't matter. I have made myself used to this. Over these years, I have walked under all sort of weather and all sort of problems. So it is just part of life. It is part of the game.
So even in the heat of the summer,
Yes.
you will be running.
Yes, I take care of water. Because, for example, if I am going from here to Famagusta, first I will have to see from where I can get water, from where I can get food, from where I can take rest. I plan that. Okay, I will run and walk for example, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Then I will rest under some tree for 5 minutes. And okay, from where I can get some food, I plan for that, and according to that I walk.
So what time of the day do you normally go walking and running? I mean, when could the viewers see you if they're driving by in the car?
It is not, I don't have any particular time. For example, if I am walking from Magusa to Lefkosia, it takes whole day. So whole day I am on the road.
All day on the road?
But usually I prefer to walk in the evening or early in the morning. That is better. But in winter, I walk when it is sunny.
Well, I just think it's amazing, and you know, I admire what you are doing. I think you set a good example, and I think you can say to everyone now that walking and running is the best form of exercise to keep you healthy.
Yes, to be healthy. It is
For
the basic exercise.
Yeah, basic exercise.
It is the basic exercise.
Simple but effective.
Perfect. Yes, with perfect results.
Perfect results. Brilliant.
And as I mentioned that this year I will be completing 51 marathons, and it is just a process for my next goal, which is 365 marathons in 365 days. Provided I get time, I get chance, and of course the best thing, my health. because as I always mention that running and walking my way, it is 30% fitness. Yes, I walk every day, almost 5 to 10 kilometers just to keep myself in tune. But the rest 70% of my run walk is willpower. You must concentrate on your goal. Okay, whatever happens, I will complete it. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Fitness is 30%, and your strong willpower, because so many times it happens that you're walking and you get tired and say, okay, what I am doing? Let I just say this to somebody and he will take me home. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So that is your willpower. No, I will not do it. I will complete it.
You will not give up and hitchhike.
No.
You
So many times. Look, I tell you an interesting event. It happens quite a few times. Once I was walking to Guzelius, I think, and a lady came. She in her car. She crossed me, and then she stopped. And then she came out and called me. I said, well, I came. I went to her and said, let I drop you to wheresoever you. I said, okay, no, I'm going this direction. You are going. No, I will drop you over there. No problem. I will return back. I said, no, I'm walking. Oh, you are walking. I said, I thought you are looking for somebody to take. This quite many times people do offer me bottles of water, and it is it's very interesting and enjoying.
Well, you are an example to all of us that, it's a great life that you lead here. You have your writing, your artwork, your sport, you're running and walking. And I think, you are very happy doing this here in North Cyprus. You have a happy life here.
Yeah, sure.
Since moving here in '91.
Yes, North Cyprus is a very good place. We like that. My children were brought up here. Two of my children were born here. And the third one, he came here when he was 3 years old. They all studied here. They are here.
Yes.
And they are, but still my Turkish is not up to their mark. And
but still, you got very good Turkish.
Well, this is because I have to. Even at our home, we speak Turkish because.
Wow.
Because our children, they speak Turkish everywhere. They study in Turkish. They have friends, Turkish friends, and everything.
So they're fluent in Turkish.
Yes. Oh, they are the best. And my wife, she has got I'm not a very social person, but my wife is. And so since morning till evening, she has got so many friends coming up and calling her, or he is going, attending functions, things like that. So she has got much more better Turkish. She can speak much more better than Turkish than myself.
Well, Ahmet, thank you very, very much for coming today.
Thank you very much for
and sharing
inviting me in
everything.
this
It's been a great pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you
I
very
look forward to your exhibition, and please let us know when you finalise when and where the exhibition will be this year, hopefully in 2015 for you. Good luck with all the running as well.
Thank you.
And can you please, one more time, remind everyone, for those who want to read your novel online, the name of the website?
www.thetwotulips.blogspot.com.
thetwotulips.blogspot.com.
Yes.
Thank you very much again, as I said, for sharing all this information with us and your life here in North Cyprus. I wish you many, many more happy years here in the TRNC. I'll be looking out for you again.
Thank you. We'll be in contact.
In the future. And please keep us updated with how you're getting on with all your work.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling me here.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
It's been a pleasure. And with that, we've come to the end of my very interesting interview with an old friend who recently found me on Facebook, and thanks to the social network for bringing us together again after all these years. A big thank you once again to a very colourful character in North Cyprus, originally from Pakistan, but been living here for many, many years. Mr. Ahmet Abdulaziz was my guest today on A Cup of Conversation. Well, until we meet again for another face in the studio here at BRTK, take care and go well. Bye-bye.